Hello, welcome to the unit, or the lesson rather, on volume of a cylinder. Follow along in your notes. Let's start over here. Now, the base of a cylinder is a circle. Right? Makes sense. The formula for the area of a base of a cylinder must then be, remember that area is pi r squared when we're talking about a circle. So, we want to talk about the volume of a whole entire cylinder. We take that area, right, that pi r squared, and you're going to multiply it by the height. Right, so volume of our cylinder is pi r squared of the circle times height. So let's try it. This says find the volume of this dime. What information would you need to calculate the volume of a roll of dimes? So let's start off with the first question. Find the volume of the dime. So volume is going to be pi r squared, right? That's the base, and then times the height. Now I know that the diameter is 18.06. So to get the radius, I take the diameter and divide by 2. So 18.03 divided by 2. Put that into my calculator, and I get 9.015 millimeters. Right, now that I know that, I can go back and do my substitutions. So pi, if you have a pi button, great. If not, 3.14 times 9.015 squared, and then the height, 1.22. So remember, order of operations, whenever you've got bed mass going on, you do the exponent first. So I'm going to square, right, that 9.015, and I get 81.27 and a bunch more other digits. And now I can multiply everything by each other. So if you have a pi button, use that, but if not, 3.14, and then multiply by the height of 1.22. Your volume should be about 311. I'm going to say point, because they did 2 decimals, I think I'll do 2 decimals too. So 0.49 millimeters, and remember we're talking cubed. Okay, so hopefully that you were able to follow along. This part said, what information would you need to calculate the volume of a roll of dimes? Well, it'd be kind of nice to know how many dimes were in a roll, right, if I was stacking them up together. So I need to know how many in a roll. Maybe, maybe it's 50. I don't know. But if it were 50, I just take that, right, multiply by 50. All right. Let's try the next one. Hannah wants to calculate the volume of the cylinder shown, but she does not know which measurement is the height. What's the height? Okay, now, just because it's on its side doesn't change the formula. Remember, it's the same thing as if it were standing right side up. So the height in this case is 10. Okay, so why don't you pause it here, and now that you know what the height is, go ahead and calculate the volume. Okay, welcome back. Now this time they don't give you a picture, they just give you some information. So in this case, it'd probably be a good idea to draw a picture. So here's my cylinder, right? And it says that the diameter all the way across is 3.5 centimeters, and that the height is 17 centimeters. Great. Now that I know that, volume is pi r squared times h, and you're good to go. Okay, so that one's all you. And let's take a look at number 4. It says determine the volume of the shape below. So a little bit, looks like a little bit's cut off, but the key here is that this is a cylinder that's been chopped in half. So I'm going to go through and find volume the same way I've been doing, but when I'm at the very end, I'm just going to chop my answer in half, right? So I'm going to pretend that it's a full cylinder, right? Just for now. So let's see, 3.14, and then our radius, if diameter is 7, that means that radius is 7 divided by 2, which is 3.5. So 3.5 squared, and the height, remember it's lying down on its side, but still it's 15. So this is going to be a calculator question here. 3.5 squared, we've got pi times 12.25 times 15. Multiply these all together, and you get a volume of 577.26765, so on and so on. Now, that's the volume for the whole thing. So I'm going to say volume for half of it is going to be 577.267 divided by 2. And your final answer is 288.6 centimeters cubed. Right, not too bad. Okay, don't forget to do this one up here. And let's take a look at the very last question. So this says, Kyle uses a cylinder to store jelly beans. He wonders if he could store more jelly beans if he used a triangular prism of the same height. Which container is larger? Okay, so we'll do 2 questions in one here. Let's find the volume. I'm going to say the C for cylinder first. Pi r squared times height. Pi, right, if diameter is 5, that means that radius is diameter times 2, right, divided by 2. So radius is 2.5. 2.5 squared, and then the height is 15. Okay, so let's see. 2.5 squared is not 5. Remember, it's 6.25 times 15. And then my final answer, volume of the cylinder is 294.5 centimeters cubed. Okay, let's do a little bit of review and see what you remember about the volume of the triangle. So I'm going to say volume T. So volume of the triangle is you find the area of that base, right? And if it's a triangular prism, the base is a triangle. So that means it's base times height divided by 2. You find that, and then multiply it by the big height of the whole thing. So the base of the triangle here is 5. The height of that base part is 4, right? And then I'm going to multiply it by the height of the entire thing, which is 15. So bad math means brackets first. 20 divided by 2 times 15. 20 divided by 2 is 10 times 15. 150 centimeters cubed. So in this case, looks like the cylinder has way more volume. So you, because it's a word problem, you'd say the cylinder has more volume. Okay, and that's it. So for your homework, go back and finish the other 2 questions. The answers will be posted on the next day. Good luck.